Hello and welcome to the Kenny T One-on-One podcast, brought to you by Yatu Tea. Remember, Yatu Tea is available in all leading supermarkets across the country. We'd like to welcome a new sponsor who is Betika. And Betika right now, they're running a promotion called 2-Up Promotion, okay? This is a promotion that allows you to actually cash in way before the game even ends, as long as your team is 2-up, right? A big thank you to MTN, one of our new sponsors as well. MTN, everywhere you go. And talking about MTN, working from home should actually feel productive, not frustrating. Video calls should be clear, download should be fast. Now, MTN 5G Home gives you uncapped internet data built to keep up with real life. Great speed, reduced prices. Okay, so you need to visit your nearest MTN service center to get that MTN 5G router on lease today. My guest today is Tilo, all the way from the Copper Belt. Tilo, Dishan.
Ndifuna makeni team nife lovely.
Chifukwa sana ukolanda nayo ninji mini na ulambonesha kwa tindi mpyai.
I know, I understand.
So are you?
2.1, 2.2 maybe. I think I'm still growing. Because sometimes there's some...
Still growing?
Sometimes there's monene. Sometimes there's some sangwa vati mbitorosh dia ringa dia mbokwipi. So it means ndeta limpira. It's the same thing with amashets. Nachimochin.
So, but like your clothes, I see that you have a very unique sense of fashion.
Of course.
You know, where'd you get it from?
Your question you had, Chopin.
And we love it, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I've always been a guy that's been rooted so much into fashion and aesthetics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I also found strength in alongside the music. So if you had a look at it, na ngitawuplani nekubuka fe wafwala abantu kumona basiri matchup ama styling
but do you design the clothes yourself? Do you have a designer? Because I'm looking at your shoes, I'm looking at your pants and all of that.
Yes, I've got a team of stylists. Yeah, I used to be the brains, but now I've got a bigger team, so they are the brains of the brand now. I'm just the artist. Are
there any plans for you to sort of like dress any artist, anybody who would want to be dressed by you?
No, I'll be lying.
I
feel like, you know, as artists, all of us are called for a specific journey, you know. Mm-hmm. If you're an artist, you're called to sing. If you're a music artist, you're called to sing. Then there's stylists that are called to style. So if I start doing naimba, it's too much work. And I think that's why I ended up getting people together. It got so overwhelming.
Yeah.
We have studio record the music. You know, look at promoter. Na stylist. That's too much work, Mr. Ken.
Yeah.
So it's easier when you understand how it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just before we jump into our conversation with Tilo today, a big thank you to each and every one of you that follows the conversation every single week. Why I'm saying this is because we got an award this week. We got an award at the NAMA Awards, I think a few days ago, for the best podcast. Okay, so let each kombe to Chimone. We want to show it to you. We're very happy. We're very proud. Thank you, Moose. All right. So this is it. Thank you so much. We brought this home. Last year, we got 2 awards. Broadcaster of the Year, Best Podcast of the Year. And obviously, this is the Best Podcast under NAMA. So beautiful. Thank you so much for each and every one of you for following the conversation. So I'll put it here together with our other accolades there. Yeah. And then also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Kenny T One-on-One podcast on YouTube, like our Facebook page as well, so that you're updated with every single thing that goes on this podcast. Tilo.
Yes.
Where were you born? I know that you're from the Copper Belt. Which town? Where? Which hospital?
Ndola. NTH. Yeah. Born and bred in Ndola.
And NTH nish?
Ndola Teaching Hospital, Central Teaching Hospital.
Ndola Central Hospital.
Hospital.
Oh. So how many years ago were you born?
33 years ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're still very young.
Yeah, of course.
Let's talk about the schools that you attended.
Primary, I was at Northrise Basic School, right there in Ndola. I think I did grade 1 to 9. Then I went to Chifubu High School. That's where I did my 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And I went to Copperstone University where I did my mechanical diploma. Then I later went to Northern Technical College where I did my electrical certificate. And then I went to SA.
Ku Northern Technical ekobeta
Kunote
kunotech
mkwai. Kama chandepwisha so.
wachitafe
Kuta
bwino because
mlanjipsha.
shachirafuaya nomba napapa saine ndakachofeita ndola Central Hospital
Kasi ngachana fat pansu futhi ngatamwacheyaza mama. So nalanda fiance. Yeah, then I did a safety, like a short course in safety. Yeah, but obviously, you know, full-time artist.
So when you're doing this safety course,
Yeah.
you wanted to work in the mines.
Not really. So there's a time when I moved out of the country. I started staying in South Africa, Germiston to be specific. And then a job opportunity came. So I thought, this journey needs money. So if I could have a job where I'm just like supervisor, I might as well just, take it. But I needed someone with a safety course. And I never had. So I got into school.
You went and you did it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. So Chilo, let's talk about your family for a little bit. What kind of a family do you come from?
Very Zambian family. I come from a big family of 10. I'm the sixth born. I basically grew up in Ndola. Dad is late. And responsibilities as usual, being a man.
Yeah.
I've got like two young sisters and one last guy.
One last?
Yeah, the last born is a guy.
Oh,
it's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So abobon say no oleba sakamana.
Kaili, Nimene no ashala kwati ndi mome, so you need to make sure that now that they don't have the father figure, you have to stand in as a pillar. They need to have something to look up to, especially the women, the other gender. So it's been a big task, but we're here.
Yeah, you're there to control.
Yeah.
But when you're growing up, what kind of work did your father do?
So my dad was a heavy equipment engineer. Did other things, human resource and what. But the time I really started getting attached to him,
engineering.
But in his past days when he was younger, loved music. This is something that I just got to know when I grew up. So I'm like, maybe kanshe moya different nature upe mocha itatwa ishibe felimbi.
Yeah. But when you're growing up, were you thinking you do music or
No.
were you? What was the story there?
I was like a typical Zambian boy, born in a Christian nation, need to go to school, get employed, start working, have a family, Yeah, but other vices like sport diverted me into who I've become today. So I never really thought that I would become an artist. Yeah.
You started playing basketball at what age?
When I was in grade 10, 9, 10.
What do you call it?
17, yes. Because this was a sport that was just introduced to me because I started hanging out with people that used to go to the court. So mkuba konka iraine asanga tu wambo kwata interest. Muni interest wa join wambo fitem. So out of the basketball now, met the people now in the music sector that I started going to. But tia ku studio wakonka kofila fine ku studio. But that's no matter wasanga vatirwa mu studio.
Wambo kuimba. Do you think that playing basketball has sort of like given you an opportunity? It has sort of like made you even grow taller?
Of course. Somehow.
Because what I hear is that when you play basketball, mukutoloka mwine kala wanokutalimba.
Yeah, mukutoloke munaba, you get to stress the muscles. Somehow, yes, I think it's true. Yes, I think so. Because the time I never used to play ball, I don't think my height was as it started growing when I started playing basketball. So I think I can say yes.
So when you're playing basketball, were you just playing kala? Did you go pro? Did you play for any professional team?
No. By then, very young, still in high school. So I used to play high school basketball.
Yeah.
Until now, I graduated college. Then I started playing now the amateur league, which is now Midlands, and Copper Belt. Yes.
Which teams did you play for?
So I played for a couple of Ndola teams like Ndola Takers, Kalewa Garrisons was a team that was built by the army. But currently I'm playing for Muferila Magnets.
So you still play?
Very active, very active. Back-to-back CBA championships, 2024, 2025.
So Copper Belt, where'd you guys play from? Because Akale, when the mines were very active,
Yeah.
Sporting facilities, recreational facilities were quite, up to standard. I don't know what the situation is now.
Now it's crazy. And this is why I'm still playing now, because I feel like the influence I have now could actually help the community, Like you're saying, way back when we talk of Bwana Mukubwa, First Quantum, they used to fund these things. But now it's very difficult to get funding for a sport like basketball that is not like wildly recognized like football, Yeah.
So kudanka ola danka fe bwino. Mshola danka ola ufika fe wachitaso.
Imekwata abantu abadala napapata. I'm a normal hater. You should find time and come on the basketball. You see people there. I have people that I look up to. The same way you're looking up to me.
Is it?
Yes.
No. I mean, I play some basketball myself. When I get a chance, I go watch basketball. I know there's guys that are really tall.
Yeah.
But you'd probably fall into the same category of the taller ones.
Of course.
Yeah. So you love it, huh? How often do you play?
Well, when the league opens, like right now the league is closed. When the league opens, it's 4 or 5 days in a week because I have to keep the physique up.
Yeah.
I'm not a gym guy, not really much into the gym, but the athlete, like the basketball, the running, yeah, that's my thing. So it's maybe 4, 5 days in a week.
I'm told you played some football and volleyball as well.
I played football.
I don't know
I
whether
played
it's the past.
volleyball. I played handball. Puteball. Man of many talents.
Ona puwa lishokte.
Bad foot.
Okay, senke se kuwina kwa pali puteball ya
Papa kena. Papa. Now we can make time for that.
Okay, so when you were at the basketball court,
yeah,
who exactly did you meet and how did you get into the music industry? You mentioned that it's from there that it all started.
Yes. So out of going at the basketball court, I started meeting people that used to go to a specific studio in Ndola. By then it was called Bagram Studios. It was under Cream Dollar. May it so rest in peace. Yeah, so I started going to the studio, started loving the music. Tuambokulaisha ko filafine waya mwamuku pianga mwachitashana.
But wana mukushitenshi ku studio first. I want to understand.
Mukutamba bano we bale record. Guy na go studio wati unshindike ko wakonga. Now I'm seeing
Nishule mbako no kuimba or nistawimba no kuimba.
So now the way the interest started kicking in is after Nambok mona banandi bale imba. I'm like maybe kutina lemba. So before I became a singer or rapper, I became a writer. So I started writing.
Yeah.
Writing for my friends, writing for... Then eventually it started working. I was good at writing. But now that what really threw me into the singing is when I write stuff, I give it to people. It never used to come out the way I felt like it should come out. So I said, if I can write, maybe I could also do it. So I started doing it. And it worked.
So which artists at the time did you write for? Anybody we can talk about?
Well, yes, when I started becoming good, I've written records. I wrote songs for Makitu. I wrote for Shefi. I wrote for Roberto. Back in the days. Yeah. Catalog. Yeah, but that's a few names that I started working with.
This idea of you writing for other artists.
Yeah.
So itatwa ishbaifu. How does it work? Ngawale mbolu imbo kulabo kuisa ishbatu batulu uingemba ni Makitu. Or is it a situation where people get to you, they approach you and they say, Tilo, can you write a song for me? How does this work?
Well, now professionally it's like that. Back then it wasn't like that. Reason being ile akwabate wasanga na record wimbo. Then you waisa for I think I can do well to re-sing this song. None watch I left. And it's the same even now. Even me. I've been through situations where I listen to a song and I feel like I could actually put better vocals than how it sounds. So, yeah.
And then what happens? Kukuswisha mo oloshan olokusenda.
Patware mombela platform. I feel like sometimes there's a certain time in life where you don't understand value, that you just have to do it for free because you need to make that step into okay nomba uli apa, now I can make the money
because inshita yakulipirisha iresa mukufika abantu tabakuishi bemanyi mbona tabayeshi babwino batu amokanda no ndevo kuswama
yawe especially in Zambia. It's not really a custom. Now we're trying to normalize it, but it's going to take time. That's why you see there's so many people that have written music for people and they've never been credited for it, and they're okay with it. I don't know how.
Because usually what happens is that people pay attention to the person in front of the camera,
the star,
or the singer, but the guys that actually do a lot of work in the in the background,
the producer,
they usually
the writer, the instrumentalist, of course.
I was telling someone today, I said, you should come and see how big our team is for the podcast. Obviously what they see is just this, but there's a number of people behind the scenes doing different things to make it work. And I think even from a musical standpoint, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
You've got your producer, you've got your writers.
You've got your stylist, you've got your
But you also have the guys that have to work in the studio to keep the studio clean.
Of course.
The guys that will make tea for you, you know?
Of course.
Yeah. I know that you wanted to study economics and maybe you wanted to work in the health sector.
Of course.
What changed?
Dream go, yes, I wanted to be the healthy guy. But my dad was already in engineering, so he said, inchitoshina moneka sana ku engineering, so as a sponsor mwalisha tetyukane kai, so valitposa mu engineering.
Sponsor chimona baya kai.
Banga ndat kunu ina pamfula ni pamfula
at baya ngaseka bonse kuseka
nankafimwebe yo.
And then you decided to do something else.
Well, I went into engineering because I didn't have money to sponsor myself.
Okay.
So I went into engineering and I did it. Like I said, being an African child, we all know you're born to be a Christian, go to school, and then the rest follow.
And then also I know that, not too long ago, parents would usually dictate, what kind of a course you should take. Based on how they think it will benefit you when you grow up. Yeah. So now, what prompted you to relocate to South Africa?
I had an opportunity. Fika the internet to like bwino sana. To at least study to a point where we understand to say, regardless of where you are, opportunities will find you if you position yourself properly. So I landed myself mulika opportunity na sa kumanya kom guys work Uganda. Then atemwa mawex, I sang for mawex.
Makumeneshan.
Social media. Amona pa mawex kaidi, amona ma aesthetics. Like I said again, when you talk of branding, even when you're not that big, people out there see you differently from probably maybe how you see yourself. So amona, this looks like a serious artist. Then he reached out to me and said, oh, this is what, but I would like you to come to South Africa to work on, because he was doing an album. So he got me there. Before I knew it, music, you can't say, oh, now I'm only 1 month in Dembe album. These things are spiritual. So I won't feel that too. So I ended up staying there for 6 months. So more than 6 months, no more an opportunity and achilanda ya kuskulu nam. Nchaiko ka safety. Nasa sanga tum guys alikuwa taka engineering school lakini South Africa. Ifo na ingila muna mu school. So that's how it went.
So you started working for the engineering company?
I started no, I didn't. I started doing school in SA.
Okay.
So that I could get my safety paper.
Okay.
And come back to Zambia. Now, what messed up everything was the COVID-19.
Okay.
When it hit, that's about that time when I was that side. So I came back. And that dream was shattered.
Were you disappointed?
No, ndimu jama nini. Mbomba na energy. Anything that doesn't align, then it wasn't supposed to be like that. So,
so how did you pick up the pieces and how did you decide which direction to take?
So the time I was coming back is the time I was actually even working on my first album. So when I just came back, my focus was just to be in the studio. So every day in my studio, I started working on my first album, first body of work, 2021. That's when I put it out.
So before that, we had never heard anything by Tilo.
No, you had. Songs like Because of You.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
We need to talk.
because of you was like 2018.
So why don't can we start talking about the first songs first before we talk about your album?
Okay.
So which one was your first song that got out there?
That really got me out. The time I did Complicated for Chef. I wish yeah, I think when I did that song, it put me on the scene, but yeah, the need that welcome guys still chef. So the introduction wasn't really upfront, you know, until 2017, end of year, come October into 2018, I dropped my first single with Mumbayachi because of you. Shot by DJ Lo, now called Director Lo, but I didn't real studios.
Yeah. Because we remember those songs. But how did you meet with Shefi? Who introduced you to him? Or a relationship yakale?
Yeah, the yakale. So like I said, when I found myself cool background studio, Cream Dollar was like one of the biggest producers in Zambia at that time. So once everybody is everybody was copper built. And so I used to be acquainted. Oh, Ninkota go artist with a finish and chan. So I met them and they saw something in me, you know. These are guys that even up to now, I think we have a really, really solid, good relationship because of how we met each other and probably the respect for the art, of course. Yeah, so that's how I met Chef.
Copper belt.
Yeah. Copper belt goodness is the anguka artistry. It's very easy to interact with fellow artists, you know.
But also, obviously not in relation to any other place, but I just want to speak about Copper Belt. Copper Belt people, there's a way also that we quickly interact and connect with people.
Of course.
Yeah. It's understandable how. Yeah. And then Mumbayachi, how did you guys get to meet? How was this collaboration birthed?
Mumbayachi, my godfather. I used to listen to the music and definitely dream at time. And funny thing, the time I was working on that project, it was so hectic. That's around that same time we did that project. So it was so much going on. But he still pushed through and made it happen for me. I used to make trips. Waisa, Achani, if you bounce or wake it up, Waisa, if you bounce until it finally went through.
So Tilo, I'm told that your dad was not for the idea of you becoming a musician.
Of course. I mean, just like any other African parent, of course, you know, education is priority.
Yeah.
So I had to understand, you know, when you are vibrating at a different frequency, you need to know how to move. So you understand, if they want school, give them the school, then go and chase what you're looking for. And that's exactly what I did. Until results started coming in. Then he was like, oh, he knows what he's doing.
Ama results in shaya ku school or ku music?
Ama results in music, no. Yeah. Then you're like, okay, it's okay.
So how did he know that you're trying to do music? And what exactly is it that you say to you that made you realize that
my reactions fair. He was a very open man. He would freely talk about it. Sports, wala, fiama, music, no, just go. So every time you hear, oh, Adif Magu school, Adiago studio shanishi, you know.
So how were you then balancing your time between, you know, your school and your early life in music?
Honestly, I just used to make time, especially when I went to Kitwe, because Copperstone was in Kitwe and home was in Ndola. The studio was in Ndola. I had to find time. Wafuma ku school, wafyuka, ngawapuisha ku studio. Wangu pota wala kumona wala munta wala kumona to ali mundola wapweke na mokitu. And at any point did I ever think I should stop doing what I was doing, you know? I kept on pushing. Wherever opportunity presented themselves, I pushed.
But Tilo, you started off as a rapper, correct?
Yeah. Just like any other singer. Because Mr. Ken naisa muna venje manje ka voice akho kusita convince abantu na rap.
How? Why not?
That was so mean. Voice. I'm for Ken.
Now, you know what the problem is? The problem is that I know you as a singer, right?
So you can't
to a point where I can't imagine you rapping. You know what I mean?
But I was tough. I was tough. But someone made me realize that I was chasing wind, and I had to just refocus and recenter the vision to something else, I had a feature, and Afunika was supposed to do the chorus. Then he had a gig, so he didn't show up. So the producer said, but you can just sing it. And then I sang it. I was like, so you can sing. Then I knew to say, this is a direction. And I feel like this is what most of the artists don't realize mostly. They don't find what works for them, so they keep doing a lot of things until time is up. So, yeah.
But also now, at what point, when you started singing, did you realize that fashion is very key, to the brand that you're trying to create?
The time I got into music, I was very inclined to Eastern and Western music. That's Nigerian music, Ghanaian music, and bit of kuma Tanzania na Kenya. But by then, Ghana was the loudest, then Nigeria. So I used to watch a lot of videos, and I could see that even if the vision was not really there, they were doing something that was different from what everybody was doing.
Yeah.
Then Afrobeat was really coming up by then. So I started developing interest in fashion. Yeah.
I don't know if you answered this question. Mumbayachi and yourself, mwakumeneshan.
When we were doing that same song because of you. Yeah.
But how? How did it?
I met him at the studio. I recorded that song at Reverb Studio in Kabwata. That's the first time I met Mumbayachi. He came to the studio when we were doing the song.
Was it planned? It wasn't planned. Like,
no, it was planned. We spoke about it. I said, I've got the studio session. Let's meet at the studio session. Then we met at the studio and we started making the song together.
How was your experience? Obviously, you said you used to listen to him a long time ago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, finally meeting him.
Yeah, it was starstruck.
Yeah.
Big energy and
he's got a good personality too.
Very
interesting character.
And you know what was so crazy about it was, by then, mwashwanga kumana bakalamba. If you wisdom fairly full, then you want mwache. Balan definitely what date week at.
Yeah.
Then you understand.
Yeah.
And when I met Mumbayachi, he was already an elderly person, He used to say things that I didn't really catch up. But now, my brother, you are home.
But you've heard of people that would tell you that you and Mumbayachi sound similar.
Yeah, it's possible. Vocal ranges. Yeah. But got a voice here, straight yatwa. I can also do not sayatwa. And I've got a small voice as well. So, yeah, it's possible.
A lot of people believe that the uniqueness in Mumbayachi's voice is very common, like in Congo. I had a chat with him about it, and we laughed it off. But you have a similar voice as well. Do you have connections, roots from Congo?
Ndi mulamba ene.
Umulamba wata voice yaso. Abalamba mulemba music.
We are here.
Do you speak Lamba though?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother speaks a lot of Lamba. The rest, no, not too much. Yeah.
Great. So when you got into music, was the idea for you to make money, or you wanted to do it out of passion?
At first, it was just passion. Yeah. Then now I realized that passion needed money. And then it became a business, because I said I wasn't going to be an employee. I'm not that guy. So if this is going to be my business, it means I have to start studying it. I need to put school into this thing. And that's why I got into music school, because I needed to understand the business side of it, which is the music business, and then the music industry. Then those things started coming in.
So when you say you went into music school, you went to an actual school?
Not an actual. An actual school is the book for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you started studying.
Yeah, I'm a
so
reader.
you experience.
Yes.
Oh, you read a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not a lot, but I read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There are some of us that will only read when we travel, but otherwise we.
Yeah,
But also, you've just stuck to the Copper Belt. I know, and there's nothing wrong with being on the Copper Belt.
Of course.
I'm from the Copper Belt myself, and I ask this question with respect. But a lot of artists when they grow to a certain level, they always move to Lusaka. Nomba iwe mfatu walikana wafe ulife kundola. Eh?
Yeah, because priority is I'm an artist, and for me to make the music I make, I have to have the peace of mind, and my peace of mind is that side.
Yeah.
If I come to Lusaka, everything changes, the energy changes.
What do you mean?
The environment is different here.
But
You understand?
you have a different chat. Is it in a positive sense or a negative sense?
Both, just like anyone else. But as a creative,
Nishu kwali basana pressure kuno. Eh.
I don't know, but I wouldn't really say it's just preference. For me, it's just about that. I'm better off that side, and well, we have to agree on one thing. It also tallies to value. You can be in Porokoso, but if you've got the value, they'll get you from Porokoso, isn't it? And that's why people still, most of them don't think I live in the Copper Belt. They think I live here because I'm here all the time when I need to be here. You know, I'm able to get here at any time I need to be here. And it's simple as that.
No, but also I was telling Dreams, I said, because Dreams also is just stayed in Kabwe.
Oh, yeah.
He will come to Lusaka for some gigs and whatnot, and he'll go back. And I was saying, but also coming to think of it, I'm artist bakashala matawa.
Yeah.
Eh?
Because you
for
see
control
where,
also you need to mentor the younger artists and stuff.
Of course. And,
Yeah.
and that's what the problem is. Everybody just wants to be number one. Who's really looking at, okay, nganafumapo. Abakashala ni wanani. There where I am in the Copper Belt, anything that comes, I have to be the first guy to know. Who's here? Tilo is here. So there are so many opportunities that I just feel like people overlook. But like we said again, I feel like it's where you decide to be is not really a problem, depending on what you're looking for.
What you're looking for. No, it's very, very important.
Yeah.
But also I wanted to ask, have you ever been signed by any record label?
Of course. I've worked with Meti Records, my Congolese. Yeah, somewhere 2019, 2020.
This record label is based where here?
No, it was based in the USA.
Oh, in US. Okay.
Yes. So they had a representative here. I worked with them. I had a contract with them for 2 years, but we only worked for 1 year. And then, yeah, kwa sawa ko twasa fila chitikafe mwaisha
misunderstanding. Walishupira okubomba naye as an artist.
Nshashupa nani wafye straightforward but like on the creative space.
Yeah.
If you come to me as an investor, if you come with your money, you have to ride on my vision. So when you come with money, your money is not going to get me where I am. I'm the one with the vision. You are the guy with the money. So it means you need to listen to what I have to do, because that's the only way to work. I'm the guy with the plan. You are the guy with the money. So most isa mukusangwate ngabalefa okusaina abesane mpia tabakwata vision. And that's exactly what I went through until I just said I'll just be an independent artist. Then after that I worked with Faber Media. From Germany. I think there was like me, Bobby East, I think. Or like 2 Zambian artists there. Worked with them for 3 years. Contract finished, and I remained an independent artist till now.
So you're not, maybe you're signed to your own record label?
I don't have a record label. It's just me and the team.
Your management team?
Yeah, I've got a management team. I've got a couple of employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think record labels add value to artists?
They do, but I don't think we've had one in our country. Yeah. But
no,
that was not a record. Was it? Do you know what the record label does? That wasn't the record. That was a firm that had the money to get people together.
So that's artist management.
Yeah, they wanted to do
tell me what in my record label.
Oh yeah. No, they were not record labels.
Chisungu,
sometimes I just feel like
maybe we need to learn a bit more. I want us to speak about your style in terms of music. You know, where did you draw your inspiration from? Because when I hear your song, I know that this is Tilo.
Yeah.
And the voice is different. Your style is very, very different. You know, you didn't get in a artist Vaisa. And you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Honestly speaking, like when I started singing, I had a problem here in Nigeria.
Okay.
But when I started grooming myself, like I said, when you become an artist, it's a whole long journey. there's a lot of evolution. You have to find yourself. So when you find yourself as an artist, then you start sounding like yourself. So until I felt like this is who I am. This is Tilo. You know, but in that Tilo also there were different characters. There was like Badman Alaji, and kula ko bambai tamo kun start Badman Alaji. Yana batali tunga ndecha go file mfika kama dance ama part wa file. Girl them no feel a Casanova. Say she want a real African soldier, a bad man. If you pala ko file. Then kwa sawa number the melody man. Toto ama love to the antimba to ya.
Imba moka itumfa. What's case?
I can I see what you're trying to do here. Yeah, so different characters, but like I always say, artists are different. So me, I'm this artist. Every song, every genre of music I produce, there's always a character attached to it, and that's why you see, even when you look at the images on social media, I do everything to details. Nothing is by accident. Everything is calculated.
Let's talk about the making and success of your song, your hit song, Kuchalo.
Yeah.
I want you to tell us the story on how the idea came about, how you got together with Y Celeb and all of that. Let's hear it.
It was a very straight studio session. We met in Avondale at Makitu's studio. Yeah, me and Y Celeb spoke about doing songs together. Yeah, we got in the studio. I recorded, I think I did like 3 songs. Because I said, the phone child or something, then I like child or something. Just the usual stuff, how we work in Zambia, you know. And I did like 3 songs. Now, when I did those 3 songs, we disparted. Then one day, I listened to that song, Kunganda Kuchalo. Then shita become na fia, wanimbika Kuchalo. I just did, I just did the singing. Then I listened to the song, I'm like, but this feels like it's a commercial song. So I called him, I said, I think we need to revisit the song. That's how we got back in the studio. And we finished the song. I became Otuma vocals, then I got it. I went back to Copper Belt. Then I started working on the project. Fast forward, it finished now. It sounded like an actual song. And I funded the project as usual. Got him over, we shot the music video, put it out, and it went. And it went viral.
It's a big
then
song.
The problems started.
What kind of problems did
Yeah,
you
because I feel like every time you do music, it's okay until the song goes out there. And this is something that I really never understood because I was a young artist. So when the song blew up, complications started coming in because now I was a small artist. He was the one with the bigger number. So even when promoters call me or show bookings, they want me and him. And I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I never can for booking because Kuchalo na blower. I cannot go and convince the other guy I'm booking. It's either you want me or you want the other guy, then he could perform that song. And I was okay with that because it was both our projects. Yeah.
And then push your photo on
Because I forgot my complication. It was just a little bit of misunderstanding. And honestly speaking, it's in the past.
Yeah.
Really
and then sometimes people who book you, people like us, we don't really know how it works.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you do a collabo like that, to be honest, I would think, okay, if I want to hear that song, when I book you, I know that Walaisa no mulolo, you know what I mean?
If I book
mulolo, and then we end up causing confusion because our ignorance can create a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Not true.
But then when you guys do such kind of collaborations, he's allowed to perform the song.
Yes, he's allowed to.
You're also allowed to perform the song.
Yes.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
Are we good?
Yeah.
We're good now?
Yeah, we're good. We don't make music anymore. Yeah.
Together?
No, we don't. No bad blood. We just not in the same circles anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because here it says there's some controversy that came through, but your relationship is good.
There's no relationship.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, we're just artists existing in the same industry. I'm minding my own business. Is also existing in space.
But I feel that one day or the other you'd need each other. I think there's need for you guys to start existing as friends. It can't be forced, but I'm just saying.
No, no, understand. So you see, Mr. Ken, one thing you also need to agree on is
Yeah.
you can't be friends to everybody in the industry.
No, no, no. That's so true.
It's the same with what you're
Yeah.
doing.
It's
You
like what we
understand?
do. We've got a few
Yes.
selected people
You've
that,
put you know what I
that
mean,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I really don't have a problem having other artists existing, even if we're not in the same circles. Because at some point you just won't align with somebody, and it's okay.
Let's talk about this timeless music that you create. You know, how do you maintain? How do you manage to have it maintained? You know, your song "Lumbo Kale," but ngalwa lulisha so it still sounds fresh. It's still, you know, how do you manage to do that?
It's a substance. So, like you asked me when I started, was it about the passion or the money?
Uh-huh.
I've always made it. I've always made sure that my music has got substance, even before I start looking at aspects of the business side of it. I know Zambians love commercial music, but I just don't want to be an artist that's going to do music and sell out and not leave anything, you know. Sometimes I like to call myself Michael Jackson or Chivemba, you know.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, when Michael Jackson came on the scene, right, he became a pop star to a level where people had never really seen a star fill up stadiums. Not because of the music, but because of the personality of the person. Like, how did God make a human being with so much greatness, you know? And I like to perceive myself as that being sometimes, because in the space where I exist, there's only me doing this kind of music. There's Mumbayachi only doing that kind of music. There's other guys doing only that kind of music, you know? And my influence towards the audience is tallied to one, my personality as a human being away from the music. Who is still on when we take away the music? You know? Then who is still on now with the music? So I align that with people that listen to the music so that they understand that this might have been an experience for me or somebody else. So sometimes it's real music, like I really experienced this, and sometimes it's Baken Wadi Pitamo, and this is what he went through. So I want someone to know this. So it carries substance.
So Tilo, you hinted at working with an international record label. Is this the one we spoke about? Is there anything in the pipeline? Anything in the works?
Yeah, there's something in the pipeline. Baken Zambia. One thing I've just really failed to do is run away from the fact that I'm a client you can't really run away from it. So for commercial music, you have to do commercial music. But some of us are niche artists, you know. Tulefa akona community imbi mfako music imbi. You know, we want to grow a certain community that also does a different genre of music. Because if you go in clubs, we listen to almost the same type of music. But the industry needs to grow.
Yeah.
Tete dionse muli mafia mataba. Mamona de.
Mfumo mwalimu
Lufaka
akona tute.
mwalimu ko tute, kwa labadi ya tute. Mbalala filafine. So industry are Monica box, and I feel like we need a lot of artists to understand that in as much as you want to be there, there's a bigger task, because maybe 10 years from now you'll not exist. We've seen that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm one of those artists that has been under that pioneer. And like I always circle back to fashion, even if people today can pretend and show you to say, no, we're doing this. I have been the pillar of fashion in Zambian music industry. When people used to wear Maleka's my music video, when I rose up and a few people like Avena Lorenzo stood up and said, no, go for 5 football jersey, nish wala for about Brazil, for the jersey about Zambia. Kafwaledi abankana. Mamonate. And these are some of the things that today when you talk about them, they'll feel like, Shanshan. But the truth is, they'll never really talk about them. We emphasized on the essence of fashion. Now, when you watch Zambian music videos, you say, a guy bale bomba, you know, because we pioneered that culture. And now we've showed them the way. All they have to do is keep falling in the line and keep shaping it.
No, it's true. I mean, somebody else with a good sense of fashion is 76 Drums. We had him on the show.
Of course.
You know, his dressing is also on a
course.
different level.
He understands
Yeah.
that being a creative, being an artist, just doesn't tally with the music. When we take away the music, who are you? What else is there to talk about? You know? So these are some of the things that we need to really emphasize on. And it's not a cheap service. I know that's why most of the artists run away from. Creative space is not cheap. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Going to the boutique is cheap. I can go to the boutique and spend 10,000 kwacha and shoot a music video. Ninkwatama outfit yons. You can't do styling with a low budget. You are in production, you know what I'm
expensive.
talking about.
Yeah.
So I feel like artists always want to run away from that, but you can't. You want to compete there outside Zambia. You can't run away from these things.
International collaborations. Are we hoping for any? Have
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to say much for now,
You
but
don't want to say much, yeah.
yeah, as of right now, a person Dela and Dapana of Mapanon studio. Got a project I'm doing for a Nigerian artist.
Okay.
Yeah, he's known.
Something we should look out for?
Of course. Yeah. So I'm working, and yeah, I like to do the work and just put it out there.
Tilo,
Yeah.
do you, as an artist, do you sometimes feel underrated or overrated?
Well, the word underrated in Zambia, I feel like people just don't understand also how to use it. For me, ndamona ma comments at guys ishani adiba underrated. So ndakana sana, because how can you underrate greatness? Where? You can't.
And then also you're
That's
in
not
underrated. Underrated by who? When?
By
Where?
who?
How?
When? Because if you're listening and you know that this is this good, why do you think I'm underrated? Maybe the next guy you're talking about just hasn't heard my stuff. So it's just not that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like when people use such kind of terms, maybe what they're meaning is that in their personal opinion, they feel like you have so much talent,
and then it's not just there.
and they feel like people need to show you more love than they're showing you.
Yes. Yeah. No, I understand. I clearly understand. But there's time for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are
there any young artists that you're working with on the Copper Belt?
Yeah. I've got a few in the Copper Belt that I'm trying to groom.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, and even here in Lusaka, not just artists, even producers. Yeah, because music is sound. Yeah, before you put the lyrics, it's a sound. So a couple of people that I'm helping, just the same way a lot of people have been helping me to shape me into this artist I've become.
Okay. Yeah. So in terms of helping, are you recording with them? Are you mentoring them? What exactly?
Everything. Making music with them. Mentorship all around.
So on the Zambian music scene, which artists would you say you're very close to?
Mumbayachi. Shefi. Yeah.
Mumbayachi.
In terms of just like making music, I feel like I'm closer to these people, because these are people that if it's Mumbayachi, he would call me on a regular day just to check up, you know. It's become like a brother now.
Yeah.
Shefi, very easy. And that's why I've made so much music with Shefi, because like I said, artists really pusana. The way I do my things and how you do your things were Kenny. Pusana. So when I say let's work on something, you never can and I say me at 10 if so. Already there's a problem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So as an artist, you want someone who understands exactly what you're about. So that you understand that bakena pato alachita so. Okay, but bad man, napamon. To alachite for fin. So I think I should pass on a more creative space. People want to work with so many artists, but they just don't align with what they want to do. So
I see what you mean. So you need to be like-minded. You need to understand. You need to have certain beliefs.
Yes, and that's why if you've seen the young generation of artists in Zambia have brought up a new wave, especially with the culture, with the sound, with the way they're dressing, and you can see that these are like minds. Babsana kona babo tuwasangire mu game abalemba fe music, and they didn't understand some of these things, you know. But now this is the generation we're living in. So for us to thrive, we also have to fit in, because that's exactly what the system is about. You can't change the system, but certain people think they can, you know.
Let's talk about the Kopala sound for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the Kopala sound is, someone was asking me the other day, was saying, Zambia, do we really have a sound that we can be identified by? You know, and I said, yeah, I think we do. Like Kopala, music from Kopala, yeah, Kopala. How would you describe the difference between, you know, music from the Copper Belt and here, and how Lusaka is a bit difficult for you to know You know, like Lusaka really doesn't have a. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like in the Copper Belt, one of the strongest factors is the language. The street lingo is very heavy. That when you come to the Copper Belt, ichimembe cho mulanda kuno kulanga mwaisa teti muyazi mwayimonate. So twalibelela because every day when you wake up, you hear people speaking this language. So it's now influenced the music to a point where even before it gets to the sound, just the language, you know, Atisha Copper Belt. Now going to the sound also, ingoma, fibitiku. Our Copper Belt na vena valichofa muli yaine valichwa bati umuntu kushana. So the father mbata vile panga sense but muntu ngareshana nicho chine.
But do you think as a country, just all the artists put together, we need to have a sound that we're identified by? Like the Nigerians. If you play a Nigerian song right now, you don't have to tell me it's Nigerian. I'll tell you it is.
Well, but now it's so crazy because I can play you 3 songs you think they're Nigerian and they're not. So the genre has become so big that Afrobeats, like you're saying, Nigerians invaded Afrobeats. So anything that I play that is Afrobeat, you definitely say Baku Nigeria, even when they Baku Nigeria. So it's a sound.
Okay.
Zambia, that is difficult. I can't get him the pine. Na mwenepo twalikuwa debate sometime back abantu wale andati tukambia ku sita modernize akalindola baken. Tina sita modernize akalindola ine. Abantu mwenje ati no shita mu club abantu balefo kulisha akalindola. So there's certain things that maybe I feel should have been done. Akale. Abena Pike, abena Ponchano, abena Shani, na Bonsabo. But now that era is not there anymore. The game is different. Difficult.
Nalemona, a few artists have jumped on to make political endorsements. They've done political songs as well, obviously, both for the ruling party and the opposition. You haven't done anything.
No, I don't do those things.
What do you mean?
I'm not that. You know, money comes also with consequences. Mpia waken shisuma but ama conditions yala shupak. So it's good if it's working for you. But personally, I'm just not that artist. I love the money, yes, but I'm not just affiliated to that kind of business.
Have you been approached or people know
A
that?
A couple of times. And
Is
like
it?
I said, if it works for you, it will work for you, yes, you get the money. But in a quite fair can.
Okay, I just want to understand why. And this is your personal choice. Okay? And in the same breath, I also understand and respect artists that will do it because maybe they're doing it for I mean, I'm pressure up son. You understand?
Yeah.
Just because they're doing it, I would not say they are wrong, and just because you are not doing it, I would not say you're wrong. You know, you understand?
Yeah.
But let me understand, what is the main reason that
it's just not in me. I just don't feel like it aligns with what I want to achieve. Yeah, people love me for the music, and that's what I would just love to stick to. You know, politics is also like a different ball game, so I just don't want to attach my music to that. So I really don't have anything against it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. So we've got you're about to release something great.
Of course. Yeah.
Huh? I know that there's a music video being shot.
It's been rough. Rough, yeah. 2-day shoot. I'm dropping a new single. This one is away from the usual stuff that they know. Kind of walimonana liupa kamboys kimba besha mala visha few portion but this one is gonna be wild.
Yeah.
This one is like just like for June. Kuleta lala. I started to realize that Zambia tabemba sana bedroom music abantu, and it bothers me.
Why?
That in the night when it's dark, you want to listen to other artists. We can do that music.
So music
yeah. So I'm tapping. Awe. Ngole teta. Yako mfafe ngole teta.
Uteta ninji.
Akena imwe. Ulapa mwana wangu.
Yeah, yole pangano.
Inde pange. So I'm dropping my new single with Jekash. It's called Konkonsha. Mwanisho konkonsha.
Konkosha kuchibi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far it's going well.
Yeah, it's done.
When are we expecting the
music
release?
video is dropping on 10th July. Audio and video.
Yeah.
So
Who wrote the song? Who produced the song? Can we talk about that?
I wrote the song. It's produced by a producer called Naris, very young, talented producer. Like I said, one of the people I'm grooming.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they understand these things. Yeah, so yeah, let's wait.
So you're giving him an opportunity to show what he can do.
Yeah. This is actually like the third song he's producing for me. I'm trying to put him in the spotlight as well. When you meet talent, by all means, you need to shine the light on it. The same way people have been shining light on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone, look, you can't reach the level you've reached without anybody
Of
sort of
course.
like giving you a helping hand, you know, and that's why it's important to,
Yeah.
you know, to also help others to grow the industry,
Yeah.
you know. So 10th what?
July
10th July.
next week.
It's out. Okay, great. So I'm sure Power TV will be among
Definitely.
the first to
Definitely.
to drop the song. Now, you, Tilo, you got married
Yeah.
not too long ago. Madam Wakumene quiz.
Uh,
I
Kulu-
ask a lot of people this question just to understand.
I met my wife in Osaka.
Uh-huh.
My first music video,
Yeah.
she came.
Uh-huh.
My first music video. Then I saw her. I saw the future. Yeah, because you know, like thick. She's a thick woman. So when I looked at her, I'm like, it's my type of woman.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So
And I didn't wanna
my vibe unshwaile bik.
Eh?
Wailela ndashani.
Ananiamba vya pushing her. Alikosa vya vile nikosa vile pushing her vya.
Uh-huh.
Paka yasa hapa tatiki.
Wale konkonshafi.
Nde konkonsha fetata. Ni hapa. No good. Yeah, until it long journey. Because 7 years in a relationship. Sometimes I put all my rubbish by social media, but this is a woman that met me when I was just starting my career.
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing.
Yeah.
She had nothing. She wasn't an independent woman. And we started working out things until to Amara Manj. Mr. and Mrs. Chakut.
But how was marriage sort of like
Beautiful.
you know, impacted your life, your music career?
On the music side, it's been so amazing because amani mbwara yonse like kale wangu balekana iwe naine. The beautiful side of it has been the inspo, you know, just writing music in the present, you know, because this is how I'm feeling. So I felt like when I did kale wangu tabale mfawan, so I did that one at wena balekana, just to confirm that.
So Tilo tawapo kala ina kali kwanza.
Yeah.
Imapo something tumfeka hili.
I'm a patch name when chapter. Okay. Bambi varia shati na chitefi. Anshini wibo my baby. Mwachumva pweche?
Nadi chumfu hapo nomba kai ule mina mawezi ya mbia.
Jongo wake ndalipilisha okwima. Ndaba tule perform na abantu leta manje wa
perform. Atakuwa akafume.
Tabufuma.
So you've got daughters, Tilo?
I've got a daughter.
Oh, you've got a daughter.
8 years.
What's your relationship like? Is she also leaning towards, you know, what you do?
No. Not yet. I think she's just still young. But big fan. Big fan. Yeah, but I had this child before everything happened.
Okay.
I said at some point.
When you say before everything happened, you finish the period.
Before I got a relationship, manje onkweta pa.
Yeah, kosa.
Okay. That's a pair of faith mo. Yeah, if I have a guy. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah. But now I have a beautiful relationship with my daughter. I live with her.
Okay, that's good.
She's back in the Copper Belt.
Yeah.
Parenting.
So does she come to watch you play basketball sometime?
Yeah, ndamsenda.
Performances?
No, not yet. Mzambia tamamba sana ma family events. Usually wish. No, that's no more 0 number.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Tipped.
I hear you. My family shows.
My family shows.
Yeah, then it will make sense. Yeah. So what's your view of the Zambian music industry now? Like, do you think there's something lacking that can grow the industry? And if there is, what is it?
Yeah, of course. We're still a small industry, very small industry.
Yeah.
You know, like when you talk of like the business side of it, this is when now people are streaming music on YouTube. So other countries, people now are Baba Pama Apple, Pama Spotify. Now this is when we're pushing to also get our audience. Babe na mama million views ku YouTube. Tubatwale no mana ku platforms like Spotify and YouTube, you know, because now we're in the digital space. We make most of the money through streams. So you have to make sure that people are using the right platforms.
Great. So those of you that work from home, working from home should not feel in any way stressful. Okay, it shouldn't be frustrating. Video calls should be clear, downloads should be fast. MTN 5G Home gives you the uncapped internet data built to keep up with real life. Great speed, reduced prices. So what you need to do is that you need to visit your nearest MTN service center to get that MTN 5G router lease today. Let's talk about your accolades. Tilo, ama awards wali wawinako, yes, ama nominations yabashana.
My nominations yana alikuwa ta. Awards, I think I only have like 2. When Culture Music just started, I have Best R&B Song of the Year. That's like 2020, 2018, Because of You.
Yeah.
Then I have another one for Best Copper Belt Artist. I don't know, with awards in Zambia, I'm not really inclined into that, you know. I do enter, but I just feel like there's still so much more that we need to do. I feel like the spaces of people that run these things need to have the merit to firstly categorize music properly, have people that really listen to Zambian music, because it doesn't really make sense to me that you have a committee or a board of people that don't even know the artists that are in the categories, you know. So first we need to understand the music, then we get people that understand the music, then we put them in these spaces, and now we're gonna say, and also I just feel like the issue of voting doesn't really add up. But again, if you've got 1 million followers and I'm a better artist than you in terms of the music and all the things, and I've got 10,000 followers, who do you think will have more votes when it comes to voting?
No. I hear.
So it means the people that will always win are the people with the most fan base. Even if they did not do that much that year, they will still win because the majority of the percent is who's voting.
Yeah.
So you don't really end up giving the award to the person who's supposed to get the award.
In the same light, I was talking to a friend of mine who owns a bar.
Yeah.
And the pub that he has, but a certain class of people, right? And we were talking and we were saying, look, kuloko chidiva, abantu abanwa fya menshi. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
But ule pangeni dalama kote fya abanono, but wale spend.
Spend.
It could be a similar,
and just to add on to that, Vakeni Mwalande, fila sitikapana music space, yes, so kula vata, client back booking, abalefwa ule yafe perform ku birthday. But impia abale kulipira, abale panga kala festival, tashilefika na 50%. Mamonate. And it tallies back again to what you do.
Yeah.
What is it that you are creating and who is it going to, you know?
Yeah.
So I
hear you. But also another achievement that I want us to talk about, Tilo, is you're featured on BBC Partners and Music in Africa. That's not a small thing, man. It's huge. How did you get this opportunity?
Profiling. Yeah. In our profile. I've got a website, an artist website, which I think Zambian artists now need to start tapping into that. Like I said, so many things can be done right if people start seeing the importance of these things. Kula client network booking, ngatawa kwa website. I'll give a practical example. Last year, I did a show with Sampa the Great, the feminist show. They booked me because they found my website. And the other artists they booked was because they had a website. So, kula mama opportunities ya mwaesa only when the profiling is right. So, BBC na NAI shilen sangate, vaisa sangaka profile to alibika Wikipedia filafine to alibika binga. So, belenga bamuna, I didn't want to go any serious artist guys. Then they reached out, they emailed me, then they said, oh, we like this, want to feature you on this and this and that. Then I sent them my bio.
Tilo, we've got a question for you from our previous guest. Whose previous guest was Maza. Yes, the comedian. Naye namwikala nangwe kuli.
Yes.
Mwalishi your friends.
Yeah, we used to be neighbors. So crazy. We used to be neighbors. And then I said, then one day we met. But now he's moved. We both moved. We're no longer neighbors. Yeah.
Nice.
Good friend.
It's so nice for you guys to talk about each other, and you know you're from the Copper Belt, same town, and both of you doing great.
Yeah.
You know. So the question is, what has the country done for you that you're still grateful for?
It just had to be about Zambia. I've never really thought of that. But what does well, one thing I can't just really take for granted, I think it's just a peace, you know. Our country is peaceful. Yeah. It's so warm, you know. Yeah. And it just feels great that when you're home, you don't have to worry about anything. So I think for me, the peace and the freedom is enough for me to just be who I am today. Yeah.
No, that's so true. That's so nice. I mean, I think as a country, there's a lot that we take for granted.
Of course.
Zambia is a beautiful country.
Yeah, we can complain about the economy, but the peace, it beats everything.
Yeah. What's your question to our next guest? Any question from you to our next guest. Maza taishwe nokushwa to always upon web. Just same way you don't know who your question is going to.
What does ukuteta mean?
Okay, pisha kama question ya waka sale poem. In the question.
Namunje bati njipshe sana. What does ukuteta mean in their language?
Okay, all right. Now mumfuoko. Tilo, as we wind up, what's your word to the young upcoming artists out there that would like to be as great as you
are? Foundation.
I
believe that anything you want to be in this life is all based on foundation. So foundation got really strong. If it's so ka foundation very important.
Okay. Tilo, we'd like to thank you so much. I know you've got a studio session, so we won't keep you for too long.
No, thank you so much. It's been an amazing chat. Looking forward to watching the episode.
Yeah. No. I'm very grateful. It's been a great conversation, and I'm sure a lot of people will draw a lot of inspiration from your story. Thank you for trusting us with your story.
No, thank you so
we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, so we'd like to thank our guest, Tilo, the Kenny T One-on-One podcast, award-winning. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that voted for us, those that are keeping the conversation going, following the conversation every single week. And also I'd like to encourage you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks to our sponsors, MTN, obviously Yatu T, and Betika. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. My name is Kenny T. Back again next week, same place, same space.